I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Fucking A.
That's why I felt like watching this bullshit movie. Oh, movie, sorry. This is another PayPal request, this time from Frame by Frame. And anything I say is not against him, because I did say, if anyone's ever willing to join me on my Patreon, or send requests of directly via my PayPal, it could be for any review, re-review, commentary, movie topic, then the Patreon directly, well, join me on my Patreon or directly via PayPal. Links are down below in the info box. And I had to sit through nothing against Frame by Frame. It's against the people who made this movie in the first place. And the fact that it exists. Because if it didn't exist, then would have had a request of it. Because if it didn't exist, then there'd be nothing there. It's a 3.5 hour jerk-off session, and I didn't get to fucking finish. So fuck you. I mean, this goddamn 3.5 hour movie is pretty much an egotistical masturbation session of the people who made it. But no one got to come. Come and go? No, you just want to go. Go to fuck home, go to fuck to bed, go have a beer, whatever the hell. I mean, I thought the Angry Video Game Nerd movie was bad, and I did a review of that, which I bet is inspired his choice for this one. Now, the Angry Video Game Nerd, it's a still bad movie. I like James Rolfe a lot. I liked many of his Angry Video Game Nerd videos. Quite a bit of his other videos. I still like James. I still liked his videos. Here's the thing though, I've never been a Nostalgia Critic fan. Never. Way before the whole change the channel, and then not a whole lot was changed because he's still doing Nostalgia Critic, and he's still, a lot of people left, but he's still doing his stuff, and he's still getting paid, and he's still doing it for a living, and still from time to time is on videos like Brad's Cinema Styles videos, and so it didn't wreck his career. He still has a career. He's still doing it. I've never been a fan of him as a creator. I've never found him funny. I never found him interesting. I never found Nostalgia Critic entertaining. I never cared for his videos. I never cared for his jokes. I never cared for his writing. I mean, granted, these are video game guys, but I like James Wolfe more. I liked Army 21 more, and Silent Rob, Leisure Suit Gaming more, and other people. I like Cinema Snob. I'm a big fan of Brad Jones. I don't always agree with him on stuff, but I like him. I liked his videos. Spoonie, before Sally, he went off the fucking deep end. I liked many of Spoonie's stuff. Now, he's always depressed and then always depressed some more. And I'm very much of little knowledge on depression, so I have no room to talk, as you can't just go, just get better, man. If that's the case, I doubt that's the thing to do, and it's that easy of a fix. But I wish somehow, some way, he would find help. I really do. Because on a tangent, Spoonie, I like his older stuff. But then with all the stuff that went on, all the money he raised to do a movie, and it never happened, and then countless people asked about it, and none of that happened, and he did a Patreon. I mean, he got so much money, so much stuff, and he never talked to anybody. He never did any of it. I mean, I know my videos aren't the greatest, but I'm trying to do the best I can to fulfill my stuff. And I'm doing it in a way where I go to each patron. That's not usually how Patreon works, but to me it's like, well, if people are being nice enough, I should do something. Be the least I can do. Not to toot my own horn. Well, I guess I already did, so. I'm not great. I'm not even that good, but I'm doing my best. But then I see a guy like Spoonie who has a lot of talent. Hell, he has more talent in one finger than I have in my entire body. I can admit that. I can admit all these guys. Everyone in this video, they're better than me. And that's not just me saying that. Obviously, they're better at me because they got bigger channels, more success, they're more everything, more. I'm just a guy who yells, screams, curses, says fuck a lot, and makes videos with a microphone and a webcam. I mean, I'm nothing special. Nostalgia Critic, he's obviously more talented than me. Just because I don't get it, and I don't want to get it. He's obviously found some way to be hyper successful. Spoonie, he's got more talent in one finger than I do in my entire body, which just makes me more infuriating that he had it and then he lost it. Don't tell me how to play. Hey, I get it. We all have awful fuck-ups. Or at every single person in the world. There's no such thing as a perfect person. I understand that. But some are more than others. And it's like, don't tell me how to play. For those who know Spoonie, you know what I'm referencing. Like, goddamn, man. All this talent, all just wasted. And I hope he gets help. I hope one day he gets the help. But it seems like he doesn't want to fucking do anything about it. Makes it even more infuriating. As a guy who really enjoyed his older stuff. And he's one of those guys too. It's like, I don't want to be that guy. The success he had, yes, I'll never get there. But what he became, never want to be that guy. And if I am that to anybody, I apologize right now. And I am sorry about that right now. But I know I'm going all this tangent on this business. I'm doing like Nostalgia Critic. I've never been a fan of Brad Jones Cinema Snob. I like Spoonie. I really liked him back in the day. And then he just does these streams where he says nothing. And then don't tell me how to play. When he's fucking up on Alien Isolation. Don't tell me how to play. It is all this other shit. The other people I never cared about. I never cared for Linkara. I never cared for Upstairs Lupa or Nostalgia Chick or any. I didn't give a fuck about any of these people. Some of them I found even more annoying, like Film Brain. Hello guys, I don't give a fuck about him. I don't know him as a person. It's not about him as a person. Angry Joe, I could deal with. Sometimes he has some bad takes, like we all do. I've had, other people have had, always, no one is perfect. But, God, this fucking movie is gonna make my goddamn brain cells allergic to anything remotely resembling fucking cinema. The only thing this has to cinema is the first part, sin. 3.5 hours is way too goddamn much for this type of movie. Fan film or not. I know when this first came out, it was split up to, there's a part 1, part 2, part 3. But even then, this does not need to be a fucking miniseries. And I just, it's not I don't like skits. I don't mind some of Angry Video Game Nerd skits. Some of them I do mind, but some of them I don't. His movie, I reviewed his movie. I didn't think it was good. I thought the story was all over the place. I didn't think it was funny. With his fucking bologna sandwich, stupid jokes. The AVGN movie, I did not think was good. I ranted on the movie. This, though, was a whole lot worse. 3.5 fucking hours. It was a lot of references to Star Trek, especially Star Trek 3. At times I'm like, is this trying to be just a remake of Star Trek 3? There's so much fucking Star Trek 3 references, and I love Star Trek 3. I just don't watch Star Trek 3. Even the beginning, remember the beginning of Star Trek 3 where it references the end of Star Trek 2, and the image is far back and it gets closer. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few and the one. I just had a flashback to one of their fucking films where this guy, Mati, died. And then they had a funeral, like Spock's funeral, and then went in space, like Spock went in space, well, his coffin. But this time it was a Quaker Oats can. Film brain, I'm sorry, I find him fucking annoying with his hyperactive personality. It's like a guy on Ritalin, his character that he plays, I should say. Spoonie, Noah, plays different characters, including Turl, the John Travolta character from Battlefield Earth. And there's jokes like he's talking and it stops for inner soda. They're not energy and they're not soda. Inner chips. They're not energy and they're not chips. Well, actually, they are chips. I'm like, shut the fuck up. God damn it. There's a space research team. And just the jokes, like Nostalgia Critic is talking to Turl. T-U-R-R-W, was it T-U-R-R-E-L-L? What's that spell? And then Nostalgia Critic thinks for a second and goes, Tigger? Those are the fucking jokes. You're jealous. You're goddamn right I'm jealous. You goddamn right I'm jealous of someone like Nostalgia Critic being that fucking popular with shitty jokes like that. Yes, you're goddamn right I'm fucking jealous. To write 3.5 hour bullshit sessions like this, saying how great you are and how great of a writer you are, and fucking wanking session for almost 4 goddamn hours. Don't give a fuck about his other movies. Fine, I could watch a fucking 4-hour movie about people licking feet and get more out of it. At least I go be like, I don't know, not for me. I got something out of it. This I got nothing. My fucking brain fell asleep. I sat there as an empty husk. So a lot of fucking Star Trek 3 references. Spoonie playing himself this time. He plays different characters like some of these other people do. Like Nostalgia Critic plays himself, and also plays the Nostalgia Critic, and then also plays Zod from Superman 2, and then Spoonie plays his Dr. Insano character, and then himself, and then from Battlefield Earth, Travolta's character, and then one or two, I think, What? Oh, fuck it. Spoonie and Nostalgia Critic, they try to do the Star Trek 3 where Spoonie's like Bones, and so, but T has his memories in Spoonie's head, and they're trying to do dialogue on Star Trek 3. Like, why don't I just watch Star Trek 3? And the fucking jokes. Like, they talk about this hole that's in space, which they later call the plot hole. Yeah. And they made jokes. Please say no more on your coming hole. Or great disturbance in the hole. Have you tried Preparation H? Not that hole. How about you kiss my asshole? Do you do that, movie? Do you kiss my asshole? Is that against the fucking law? And just jokes like this mind reading thing or mind meld. Didn't Star Trek 3. I'm like, how much is it gonna fucking rip off Star Trek 3? Parody it. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, you parody it, because parodies usually are funny. I can watch Hot Shots Part 2 and laugh. Wow, that was parody Rambo 3. I can watch National Lampoon's Loaded Weapon 1 and laugh. Wilderness Girls. I can laugh at that movie. It's not nothing. It's nothing. There's an ing at the end of it. National Lampoon's Loaded Weapon 1, I can laugh at. That deserves a Blu-ray. Hot Shots Part 2, I can laugh at. I don't even know if that's on Blu-ray. This bullshit? No. Great disturbance in the hole. Have you tried Preparation H? Yes, I have. It's called whore. No, whore is spelled with W. I don't give a fuck. And one of the lines, if there's any naked thoughts of Orlando Bloom, you see, I thought he was a girl. And the other guy goes, we all did, critic. Maybe in your fucking fantasies, but I never thought Orlando Bloom was a fucking girl. The name kind of tells it, Orlando. I don't know many girls named Orlando. Maybe you do. Or unless some crazy lady at a fucking strip club ready to put $2 bills down your fucking, what, $2 bill? Yeah. Sound like the fucking paper boy from Better Off Dead. Give me my $2. Or they're reading Spoonie's mind on this computer. And, oh, the big joke, he likes Rebecca Black's Friday. I'm like, what fucking song is that? Is that the song? Like, Friday, 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 whatever. That song's better than this movie. Yes, I said. I'd rather listen to that song for 3.5 hours than watch your fucking movie. Just put that song on repeat for 3.5 hours. And then they go from Star Trek 3 references, then the Ghostbusters reference, where they shut it off. Don't be a douchebag. Well, they didn't say that in Ghostbusters, but they shut it off. And then remember when everything fucks up and they're going through the city? Remember in Ghostbusters? It's a kind of magic. But here, I forget what the fuck they were saying. And then these stuff is going around. I forget what the fuck that's supposed to represent. The stuff that's going around. I completely forgot what the fuck that was supposed to represent. And it just changes people. Like one guy, it changes from sitting over here to sitting over here. One guy's brushing his teeth and it just changes to like a branch or a stick and he's still brushing it. I'm like, these are the fucking jokes? Am I supposed to laugh or be confused? Are there any jokes in this movie or are they against the fucking law? Maybe I have a different mindset. Maybe I have a different sense of humor. I don't know. And something to do with this thing in the universe called the plot hole. They're mentioning stuff like Europa. So I'm like, are you trying to reference 2010? The year we made contact? The fucking house, Nostalgia Critic, now everyone's beamed in there. It's a fucking spaceship, so it goes into fucking space. And the real Linkara has been replaced with like a robot Linkara. And then it replaces Nostalgia Chick with a robot. But then she looks kind of like 7 of 9. A lot of like goofball slapstick that goes on for way too fucking long. It was weird seeing Justin Carmichael, Drew Wario, because if you don't know, first off, he ended himself years and years ago. And then when that whole change the channel thing came out, you couldn't find out that he was doing some things with some ladies that one is not supposed to do. And they accidentally let that out and accidentally confirmed that. So I see this guy and I just go, yikes. Fuck. So just, yeah, make this not only unfunny but depressing. And then you have the moment, I believe this was in that change the channel document. I don't even know if my video of that is up. I might have taken that down because I'm like, why even make that video in the first place? I never followed Nostalgia Critic. So what dog do I have in that fight? You know what I mean? So I don't even know if that video is still up. If it's not, then I took it down. Like, I have no fucking dog in this fight. If I don't even like Nostalgia Critic in the first place, why should I even give a fuck? I think it was the bid thing. A couple people wanted my thoughts on it, but again, I'm the wrong guy to talk to about that. But fuck else happened? Oh, reference to that document, it was something about kind of a rape joke where the evil Linkara, the robot, and then Nostalgia chick, and then there's a drill, and then you hear stuff, and Film Brain is listening, and he thinks it's people fucking, and I'll give you a minute. It is weird, and I guess technically it's not a rape joke. Because what's happening is one is changing the other into a robot, or knocking her out, or whatever the hell happened. I don't give a fuck. And then the other guy thinks it's consensual sex, so it's not really a rape joke, to be fair. But it just, I mean, it's not. Because then one is not rape; it's goofy shit, and the other is, it's still a bit weird though, I'll give you that. A bit weird, yeah, it's weird. And did you need that joke? No. But like none of this fucking jokes are funny. It's part of my point. For 3.5 motherfucking hours. 3.5 hours I will never get back. My time is precious. And I don't blame Frame by Frame who requested this. I don't blame anyone who requested this. I said, did you request anything? PayPal, Patreon, plug. Down below in the info box, more plugs. I blame the movie. I blame the people making the movie. Because if you didn't exist, I wouldn't have to watch the shit. I'll watch it so you don't have to suffer this almost 4-hour dildo up the ass with sharp ass studs scraping the insides with a twist, and comes a diamond. No, there ain't no fucking diamonds here. It's fucking coal. Goddamn coal in your stockings, coal in your mouth, and don't taste good, does it? You ever eat coal? I haven't. I can imagine it being shitty. Just like you don't have to see this film. Can you imagine being shitty? Jokes, Phaelus, at one point they try to kill him because they're trying to do the Star Trek 3 again. Where when Kurt's son died here, but Phaelus won't die. And then because he's wearing a red shirt, Star Trek red shirts, hey, one dies, another pops up, so Phaelus keeps popping up and won't die. Then Nostalgia Critic dresses up like Judge Dredd, and then goes in and fires on some guys. Then they start attacking the other ship, which has Nostalgia Critic as Zod, and Spoonie as fucking Turl from Battlefield Earth. And then they kidnap Brad. And this guy was pretending to be the Emperor from Star Wars is tempting Brad Jones, cinema snob. And sad to say, there's one good scene in this movie. Because I do think Brad Jones, great, I like him. I like his channel. I think he's a pretty good actor. To be fair, I think Brad Jones is actually a pretty damn good actor. And he was the only good actor in this movie, in my opinion. Well, the guy playing the Emperor, he wasn't bad. I mean, of the main people, he was, to me, the only good one. Spoonie, maybe from time to time, but there's one good scene when Brad Jones and the guy being the Emperor, because they're trying to do the scene in, was it Revenge of the Sith? Or was it Attack of the Clones? When they're sitting there and the Hayden Christensen and the Emperor are talking, and they're watching something, and they're talking about the mysteries of the Dark Force, but in this case, they're watching Manos' Hands of Fate, and the guys make the case to Brad Jones about, well, fame is fleeting, but infamy is forever. About how, bad movies, there's a talent in that as well, because you can live in infamy like Uwe Boll. Like, they reference him. Like, that was a good scene. That was a good scene. It was the only good scene. And either dealing with Obscurus Lupa, Allison, which I don't care about her channel. I'm sorry, it's not my cup of tea. Dealing with the robots of Linkara and Nostalgia Chick, or this other guy, I don't know who the fuck he was, but he was like an apprentice of Brad Jones' character in this, and then dresses up as Luke Skywalker and goes over and does a fucking Star Wars thing. And then Angry Joe is sneaking around in a box like these fucking Metal Solid Snake from Metal Gear Solid. And then there's the fucking plot hole. Nostalgia Critic goes in there, and then he's in the real world meeting Dud Walker, and Dud Walker's writing a script as if he's fucking Wes Craven from Wes Craven's New Nightmare, and gives us bullshit dialogue. And then this guy we've seen from time to time looking like, was it Gort, the thing in Day the Earth Stood Still. That's what he looked like. Takes the helmet off. Is James Wolfe, Angry Video Game Nerd. Was in it for a little bit. And then the plan is make the plot hole bigger. Name anything and everything that doesn't make sense in movies and comic books. And then they name a bunch. And then the plot hole gets bigger. The ship goes through. Then Nostalgia Critic, he touches something. And then I guess he dies. And then the other people, they go back to Earth. And they're fine. Because, you know what? My brain had fallen asleep by that point, so I can't even tell you how the fuck. This is not supposed to make sense, because you're supposed to just sit back and not for 3.5 fucking hours of material. That's longer than Godfather Part 2. That's longer than probably fucking Heaven's Gate. I'm talking about the week-long fucking thing that ended in fucking suicide. It's a suicide. Suicide. It's suicide. Longer than that. I felt like I drank the fucking punch after watching this goddamn movie. I felt like I drank the fucking punch. This is a fucking punch. God damn it. So, I guess the whole point of this was Nostalgia Critic, Dud Walker. Did I say Dud Jones before? I meant Dud Walker. He wanted to get rid of the Nostalgia Critic character. So he's going to use this movie to do it. Because at the end, another Star Wars reference, he's a ghost, watching Film Brain. And apparently on the documentary, a lot of people didn't know this until in the middle or right before. So people were pissed off because a lot of people went to that site for the Nostalgia Critic. Now he's killing off the character. So if people don't be pissed off with that, then a lot of people don't leave the site viewer-wise, which may affect their livelihood. Or whatever. I mean, this goddamn movie was torture. As I'm sure this review was torture for everyone for his 30-minute running time. But 3.5 hours of poor acting, except Brad Jones, and maybe Spoonie once in a while, but mostly because they're not actors. I would not act in a movie because I'm not an actor. I haven't trained as a fucking actor. The production values, of course, are going to be low. This is just something for the internet. For shits and giggles. The plot. You're not supposed to make sense of the plot. That's why it's a literal plot hole in this space. And it's supposed to be meant as funny, and I didn't think it was funny. And honestly, I think most people, if they watch these guys' videos, they want to watch the review of a movie. Maybe not so much the skits. Maybe I'm wrong in that. But this is a 3.5 hour skit. And this movie was so fucking bad. Yes, I would rather watch Ghostbusters 2016 than this. You wanna know why? Because it wasn't 3.5 fucking hours long. It's still a piece of fucking dog shit. But you know what? Ghostbusters 2016 did one thing right, which this didn't. It did not become 3.5 hours. Granted, Paul Feig says it's a 3.5 hour cut. God forbid he releases that one day. But as of right now, there's no 3.5 hour cut. Batman and Robin, better movie than this. You wanna know why? Batman and Robin was not 3.5 hours long. AVGN movie sucks ass. Still better than this. Why? Because AVGN, that was 2 hours. It was way too long. Yes, 3.5 hours is one of my main fucking complaints. The other fucking complaint is a comedy that's not funny. You watch this and you go, if this is your writing, Dud Walker, why the fuck are you complaining about movies then? If this is how you write movies, if these are the jokes, and I'm like, you should not talk shit about, well, that's not true. You have the right to do it, to be fair. Just be honest. Everyone has a right to it. Without being over the top, no bullshit. But okay, if some of the films you critiqued about piss poor writing, but then you wrote this 3.5 hour train wreck without anything fucking funny, with lines like great disturbance in the hole. Oh, have you tried Preparation H? Not that hole. This is your fucking writing. If there's any naked thoughts of Orlando Bloom, I thought he was a girl. We all did, critic. I guess I was in different fucking groups that never thought Orlando Bloom was a fucking girl. But, I guess I'm alone in that. These are your fucking jokes. This is your fucking humor. This is your fucking writing. And some of the movies you talk shit about have a lot better fucking writing, a lot better fucking jokes than your fucking movie. But yeah, if you ever right to complain about those, like everybody has a right to complain about it. You haven't made a movie? You're right, I haven't made a movie. That means I made 0 shitty movies. But I know he's at least made one shitty movie, because this is the only one I watched. I hope this is the only one I fucking watch. Also, I mean, it's 3.5 hours, so it's a lot of fucking times, pretty much the entire fucking night it took me to watch this fucking thing, and all I got out of it was misery and boredom. But like I said, it's nothing against frame by frame requests of this. It's against this fucking movie. Fuck you, Dud Walker, for wasting almost 4 hours of my fucking life with your piece of shit movie. Fuck me, man. This is the best writing you got? Really? This is the writing he does in his videos? And he's this popular. Makes a living off this. I'm fucking jealous. You goddamn right I'm fucking jealous. I know I'll never be as good as him and all these guys. I know. But I can still bitch about it. This is the American way. Okay, USA. I don't know what else to say. Fuck this movie. Fuck this bullshit. To boldly flee. Yeah, to boldly pee R. Kelly style in your fucking mouth, movie. I want to piss on you. Literally. I wish you were a fucking person to boldly flee and literally piss in your fucking mouth. Because that would taste better than the fucking taste this movie got in my mouth. This movie can taste my ass. To boldly flee, that's exactly your fucking mentality when watching this film. Any minute now, you want to boldly flee into a fucking ocean of acid. Be slow, be painful, but not as painful and slow as this bullshit. 3.5 hours. Goddamn fucking eternity, more like it. Thanks for watching. Take care. Fuck this goddamn movie. Later.